Your old water heater is on its way out, or you are planning ahead and now you are stuck on the question that decides the whole project. A tank water heater or a tankless one? If that is what brought you here, you are in the right place. Here is the honest answer most plumbing sites talk around, because the ones selling tankless want the bigger ticket. Neither one is the right answer for everybody. The pick comes down to four things: how much it costs you to install, how much hot water your house actually uses, how cold your incoming water gets in winter, and how long you plan to stay in the home. By the end of this, you will know exactly which one fits your situation, and you will be able to talk to a plumber and know exactly what you are choosing and why. I have compared dozens of these units, read the manufacturer specs, and dug through the fine print on energy savings, so you do not have to piece it together yourself. Let me start with what these two things actually are, in plain terms. A tank water heater is the tall metal cylinder most American homes already have. It holds 40 to 80 gallons of water, hot all the time, sitting there ready the second you open a tap. A tankless unit, sometimes called an on-demand heater, is a small box on the wall with no tank at all. When you turn on the hot water, cold water rushes through it, and a gas burner or electric element heats it instantly as it passes. One stores hot water in advance, the other makes it on the spot. That single difference drives every pro and con that follows. Now let me get to the thing that decides it for a lot of people, which is the money. And the upfront cost is where these two split the hardest. Start with what you actually pay to put one in. A standard tank water heater runs about $1,200 to $2,200 installed, and it is usually a same-day swap because the connections are already there. A tankless unit is a different story. A gas tankless installed runs roughly $2,000 to $4,500, and an electric one $1,500 to $3,000. But the install is where it gets you. A gas tankless often needs a bigger gas line, a whole new venting setup, and sometimes a gas meter upgrade. An electric one can need a panel upgrade and new heavy circuits. Those retrofits can pile another $500 to $2,000 on top. So on day one, tankless costs noticeably more, sometimes double. Here is where buying guides oversell. They tell you the tankless pays that back in energy savings. The numbers tell a more modest story. The Department of Energy says a tankless is 24 to 34% more efficient for a home that uses a small amount of hot water, but only 8 to 14% more efficient for a home that uses a lot. In real dollars, Consumer Reports measured a gas tankless costing about $195 a year to run against $245 for a gas tank. That is around $50 a year against an install that might cost a couple thousand more. Consumer Reports ran the math and found a gas tankless can take over 20 years to pay back the conversion cost, which is longer than the warranty on the unit. So the takeaway is simple. Do not buy tankless to save money on a simple swap. The energy savings are real but small, and they are a bonus, not the reason. So why do people buy tankless at all? Because it genuinely wins on a few things that have nothing to do with your monthly bill. The first is lifespan. A tank water heater lasts about 8 to 12 years before it rusts out and dies. A tankless maintained lasts 20 years or more, and its parts can be replaced instead of scrapping the whole unit. So over 20 years, you might buy 2 tanks where you would have bought 1 tankless. If you plan to stay in your home a long time, that math starts to matter. The second is endless hot water, and this is the one people fall in love with. A tank holds a fixed amount. When a couple of long showers and a load of laundry drain it, you wait 20 to 60 minutes for it to reheat, and somebody gets a cold rinse. A tankless never runs out because it heats on demand. You can shower one after another all morning, and the hot water just keeps coming. But there is a catch. A tankless is limited by flow rate, not by a tank. It can only heat so many gallons per minute at once, A shower pulls about 2 to 2.5 gallons a minute. Run 2 showers plus a faucet at the same time, and you can outrun a small unit, and everybody's water goes lukewarm. That is why sizing a tankless correctly matters so much more than sizing a tank. And then there is your climate, which catches a lot of people off guard. A tankless has to heat the incoming water from whatever temperature it arrives at. In summer, the groundwater might be 70 degrees, and in northern winter, it can be closer to 40. The colder the water coming in, the harder the unit works, and the fewer gallons per minute it can deliver. A unit that pushes 8 or 9 gallons a minute in mild weather can drop to 4 or 5 in a cold climate winter, right when your family showers the most. This is also why plumbers will tell you not to put in an electric tankless for a whole house in a cold region. Electric units top out around 2 to 3 gallons a minute against cold water, which is not enough for a busy house. In cold climates, whole house tankless means gas, not electric. There is one more quirk worth knowing about because it surprises new tankless owners. It is called the cold water sandwich. When someone uses hot water, shuts it off, and then you turn it on again a minute later, you get a short slug of cold water in the middle before the burner catches back up. Hot, then a quick cold burst, then hot again. It is minor, but it is real. The fix is a recirculation pump that keeps hot water moving in your pipes, which also gets you near instant hot water at the tap. Many tankless units offer one built in. The catch is cost. If your home is not already plumbed for it, adding a return line can run well over $1,000. Now the maintenance question, because this is the one that decides whether a tankless was a good idea. A tankless has to be descaled about once a year, more often if you have hard water, which most of the country does. Minerals build up on the heat exchanger, choke the efficiency, and eventually destroy the most expensive part inside. A plumber charges $150 to $350 to flush it, or you can do it yourself with a vinegar kit for under $80. Skip it for a few years, and you can kill a 20-year unit early. A tank is far more forgiving. An occasional flush and an anode rod check is about all it asks. If you have hard water and no softener, and you know yourself well enough to know you will never descale anything, that honestly points you back toward a tank. So here is where you land. Tankless is the right call in a handful of clear situations. If you are building new or already gutting the space, the harder install cost is baked into the project anyway, so the premium hurts a lot less. If your house constantly runs out of hot water and you are tired of cold showers, the endless supply solves your actual problem. If you plan to stay put for 15 years or more, the longer lifespan starts to earn its keep, and you also get your wall space back and lose the flood risk of a big tank waiting to burst. Just size it for your climate, which in a cold climate whole house means a gas unit, not electric. A tank is the smarter buy in just as many cases. When this is a straightforward replacement and money is tight, it wins on day one cost and a faster install. When your current heater already keeps up with your household, there is little reason to pay double for a problem you do not have. When you have hard water and you know you will never keep up with descaling, the lower maintenance tank protects you from yourself. And if there is any real chance you move in the next few years, stick with a tank because you will never recoup the tankless premium before you hand someone else the keys. Match the heater to your house, your budget, your water, and how long you are staying. There is no single winner here. There is only the one that fits the way you actually live. So take those 4 factors, your install cost, your hot water use, your winters, and how long you are staying, and hold them up against your own home. You have got this. The hard part was never the buying. It was knowing which kind fits your home, and now you do.